Hi dear friends. Let's start episode 17. After the murder of Siavash, Garsivaz, who was still full of hatred, told King Afrasiab that Pharangis is pregnant with Siavash's baby. This baby must not come to this world. While the two brothers were talking, the minister's brother was there. He was called Pilsay. Pilsay told his brother Tooran about Garsivaz's plot. Tooran talked to King Afrasiab and advised him not to bother his own daughter and her baby. He told Afrasiab, the murder of Siavash was a big mistake. Let's not make another big mistake. Your daughter is innocent and you must not take revenge of her. After her baby is born, I will send the baby to the mountains and this baby would not harm you. Then Tooran took Pharangis to his home and asked his wife to look after her carefully. One night Tooran saw a dream. He saw Siavash came to him and told him about his son's birth. Siavash told Tooran, "Name my son, KayKhosrow." The next day, Pharangis gave birth to a baby boy. He was named KayKhosrow. Some time later, Tooran took the baby to the mountains and gave the baby to a shepherd. He asked shepherd to look after the baby well. After a while, KayKhosrow grew up. He was a smart child and learned a lot of skills in the mountains. When he was a teenager, Tooran was worried that King Afrasiab may harm the young boy. He went to the mountains and met KayKhosrow. Tooran told KayKhosrow about his true identity and what happened to his father. Then he asked the boy to go to the palace with him and meet his grandfather, King Afrasiab. Tooran told KayKhosrow, "When we are in the palace, and the king asks you questions, never answer them correctly. Let the king think you are not a smart boy. This guarantees your life." KayKhosrow did the same. Afrasiab felt safe that this boy could not be a danger to his kingdom. Then KayKhosrow and his mother went to the city of Siavashgard to stay there. Now let's see what happened in Iran during this time. When the news of Siavash's murder reached Iran, King KayKhosrow was full of grief. He wept and mourned for several months. Rostam heard of this tragedy. He was full of anger. He went to KayKhoslow's palace and shouted at him and said, "You are the most foolish king I have ever seen. You have always made trouble for the country. You are the cause of Siavash's death." Then Rostam went to Sudaba and accused her of Siavash's bad destiny and killed her. Then King KayKhosrow decided to prepare a big army and attack Tooran and get revenge. Rostam and his son, Pharangis, also prepared an army. The soldiers trained for some years to be ready for a big war. The time came. Iran army moved to the city of Spijab, which was in Tooran border. The governor of Spijab, called Varazid, started defending his city. But he could not succeed. Pharangis, son of Rostam, killed Varazid and Iran army entered the city. Afrasiab heard of the bad news. He was worried and angry. King Afrasiab had a son called Sorhay. He asked Sorhay to prepare an army and attack Iranians. Sorhay and his army reached to Iran army. Rostam also joined Iranians with his army. In the battle, Pharangis defeated Sorhay. Rostam wanted to kill Sorhay. Sorhay begged Rostam not to kill him. But Rostam was full of anger and hatred and he ordered his men to kill Sorhay and send his head for Afrasiab. Pilsay, Tooran's brother, joined Tooran army. He was angry of Sorhay's murder. He asked Rostam for a face-to-face battle. There was a harsh battle between the two warriors and finally Rostam killed him. Tooran army accepted the defeat and retreated. Tooran was full of grief because of his brother's death. But as he knew himself, this was a destiny Tooranians made themselves by killing Siavash. And this is what happens in war, blood and death. End of episode 17. Thank you for watching. See you soon.